Now, let me tell you about Isaac Newton's law of motion in physics and how we can apply that spiritually. Newton's first law of motion. Newton's first law of motion, what does it say? A body remains at rest or in uniform motion unless acted upon by an external force. Simple explanation. Things don't change by themselves. If something is still, it stays still. If something is moving, it keeps what? Moving in the same direction unless something push or pulls it. Spiritual insight. This law mirrors human life. A person will stay in the same condition spiritually, emotionally, morally, unless a greater force acts on them. Biblical reference. In Romans chapter 7, verse 18 to 19, Paul describes how humans cannot change themselves without divine intervention. Philippians 2:13, for it is God who works in you to will and to act. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 2 to 3, darkness covered the deep until God moved. A divine force changed the state of creation. Now, spiritual application of this is without God's influence, people often remain in their old ways. It takes the Holy Spirit, the external force, to move a person from stagnation toward transformation. Now, Newton's second law of motion, which is the law of acceleration. Statement, what does it say? The acceleration of an object depends on the force applied and the mass of the object. Mathematically, F is equal to what? Ma. Simple explanation. The harder you push something, the faster it will move. The heavier something is, the harder you need to pull it. Now, the spiritual insight in this is, in life, the strength of your push, your faith, your obedience, prayer, effort determines your spiritual world progress. Challenges like mass can slow you down, so you need more force to move forward. Biblical reference in Matthew chapter 17 verse 20, faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountain. Faith is the force that accelerates spiritual changes. Now James 2:17 said, faith without work is what is dead. You must apply force, action. In 1 Samuel chapter 17, David accelerated towards Goliath because of what? Because of the force of his word, of his faith. Now spiritual application of this, when life becomes heavy and burdens increases, you need more spiritual force, prayer, faith, fasting, courage to keep moving. Your spiritual acceleration is what is proportional to what the force of your word, of your faith. Now listen, Newton's third law of motion, the law of action and what reaction statement. It said, for every action there is what? An equal and opposite reaction. Simple explanation. If you push something, it pushes back. Actions always produce what? Consequences. Now, spiritual insight. This is the law of sowing and what? Reaping. The spiritual world responds to what you put into it. Biblical reference of this is Galatians 6:7. Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. Luke 6:38 say, give and it shall be given unto you. In Genesis chapter 8 verse 22, seed time and harvest time will never what? Cease. Now, spiritual applications, your actions in life, relationship, giving, prayer, and behavior will always yield a reaction. God has what? Designed the universe physically and spiritually with these principles in mind. If you sow kindness, you receive kindness. If you sow unforgiveness, you receive what you sow. If you sow prayer, you receive answered grace. Everything you do creates a reaction in the natural and what? Spiritual realm. That is why you must love your neighbor as yourself. God bless you.